Time is now 5:09, and of course here on the morning show we have a full week of fun planned to get you ready for back to school next week.
We're going to be having a good time. We have live interviews, we have bands and cheerleaders. We're going to have special school stories and weather. And I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the weather department, because you know when it comes to those graphics, he's like the aficionado.
Yes.
I like to have fun with it, and we've got a whole new kit coming tomorrow for back to school. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So you'll want to tune in for that tomorrow morning. It's still going to be hot as kids head back to school across Central Georgia. 96 is what we did yesterday. We'll do something similar again today. It's only a few degrees above the average high of 94 for this time of year. But if you look across downtown Macon, you can't see it. It is a warm morning across the area. The humidity is still hanging around. When you add it all up, you get a temperature of 74, a dew point of 72. It still feels like 74 because we don't have the sun up yet. But as soon as we get that sun up, the feels like temperature is going to outpace the actual temperature for most of the afternoon. The radar picture is quiet right now. Here in Central Georgia, you head up towards the north, though, it's not quiet. We've got a stalled out front really across the nation's midsection just south of the Ohio River. And in fact, if you remember the other morning, we had what was called a flash flood emergency in effect for St. Louis. Well, now we have something similar again today. In fact, the exact same thing in parts of Kentucky. Over the past 12 hours, we've seen upwards of 8 inches of rain up there in the Bluegrass State. 74 here in Macon, 76 in Warner Robins, 73 is what we're waking up to in Gordon, 79 still in Sparta. For the most part, it's quiet across the southeast with the exception of what we were just talking about up in Kentucky. Some scattered showers along the northern Gulf Coast as we get this Thursday started. So as we head through the day today, I'm thinking a better rain chance than we saw yesterday. A lot of the activity we saw yesterday was down to the south and to the east. Places like Dublin, Cadwell, Dexter got in on some of the rain action. Even South Macon did at times. But notice today the model is favoring more of our northern counties. So from Milledgeville over towards Macon, Forsyth, and Thomaston, as we head through the afternoon hours, that activity got started around noon. This carries us through about 5 p.m. and on into the overnight hours. Then for Friday, we'll do something similar to what we saw today. Notice a majority of the activity favoring the northern side of our area thanks to the front that's in parts of Kentucky this morning continuing to slide down to the south. However, that's going to stall out right along the Georgia-Tennessee state line. So the activity we're going to see on our northern end is thanks to that front here over the next few days. On into the weekend, thinking a bit drier for Saturday and for Sunday, but a bit warmer as well. 96 for Saturday, 97 for Sunday. These are the actual high temperatures, so that means we could go a few degrees higher than that in terms of the feels like temperatures. Now, as we are getting into the beginning of August next week, let's get a quick check of the tropics. Good news, we don't have any development expected over the next 5 days, thanks in part to what you can kind of see right here. That's what's called the Saharan air layer. All the dust from the Saharan desert gets picked up, and it's currently sitting over the Atlantic. So 95 today. Perhaps a rumble or two associated with these showers. Overall, about a 30% chance rain. But again, these heat index values upwards of the triple-digit marks at times this afternoon, beginning at the noon hour. And of course, tonight, the second to last regular season game for the Macon Bacon against the Savannah Bananas. Look for temperatures in the 90s, even though it'll feel like the low 100s. Next 3 days shape up like this. We've got 90s across the board, 95 for Friday, 96 for Saturday, 97 for Sunday, a 20% chance of rain for both days this weekend. Then into next week, the middle 90s sticking around. August begins on Monday, a 30% chance of rain Tuesday and Wednesday.